Video number 5. Ma dares to enter the classroom. According to reports of some cleaning ladies in an elementary school, it was reported that recently when there was an epidemic, the whole school had to close for students to miss school. But they still have to work to clean up around the school. All desks, chairs, and books are carefully placed in the classroom. But when night falls, the cleaning ladies hear noises in the classroom, but when they run in, they see no one. One fateful night, 2 women break into that haunted school to find out who the culprit is. After they walked through the dark corridor and into the classrooms, things started to get chilly.
Che, yo estoy haciéndolo hoy porque quiero saber. Ay, ahí se escucha algo. Ay, ¿qué fue? ¿Qué fue? ¿Qué fue? ¿Qué fue? ¿Qué fue? Se está escuchando algo. ¿Tú viste, Melissa? No, algo se está moviendo. Algo se está moviendo. Pero muy leve. Ay, no manches, es este mesabanco. Ay, no. Se está moviendo. Ven. De ellos o varios que vinieron, porque es una escuela muy vieja, ya perdieron la vida. Y puede ser también que ellos vengan aquí por... ¡Ay! Se movió. Se movió este libro. ¡Ay, no manches!
A chair in the classroom moved. The 2 of them walked out of it and into a dark classroom. When the girl noticed the bookcase, suddenly a book had moved but no one found anything around. Both of them feel more chill when they start to go to the library where a former teacher has lost her life in that very room when everything becomes truly horrifying.
A visitar ese espacio, me asombra mucho cómo se acaba de mover eso. Estoy, de verdad, estoy llena de escalofrío. Tengo un escalofrío muy fuerte. Siento mucho... Es una escuela, miren, ahí se ve la luz prendida de la oficina que les decía, justamente a la que no podemos pasar, ¿no? Pero vamos a... ¡Ah! ¡Se vio algo! ¡Ay, Dios mío, no! A ver, no podemos salir por aquí. A ver. No se puede. A ver, espérate, corre. ¡Ay! ¡Híjole, de verdad! No, yo no puedo. Alguien está aquí. Ay, no sé. Dios.
Do you see, while you are evaluating the dusty old books in the library, you can see a tall, completely black silhouette that seems to be passing outside the door as you both run to check it out. There's nothing outside the hallway. So you think that passing shadow is a ghost. Video number 4. The restless ghost in the family mysteriously disappeared. This is a house that once belonged to a family of 3 who mysteriously disappeared in 2013. They left all their personal belongings in the house and the current owner of the house wants to sell. Tob believes there is a dark presence inside the house and doesn't want to bring anything with him. He absolutely refuses to enter the house or even come near. All the strange stories about haunted houses have kept buyers away. 2 men decided to drop a survey about the house. The owner of the house also warned the 2 to keep the door closed at all times. The landlord did not explain why the door was always closed like that. Both entered the house heeding the landlord's warning. They always close the doors every time they step inside each room, but he has a feeling that something is cold. He discovered many drawers and cupboard doors open. Did you see when he was near the closet door you could see someone, or something like a pair of bare feet underneath, but he didn't notice it now. Then continued they heard a bell rang from the house altar. He immediately made his way to that altar room and things took a scary turn. He discovers again, the door of the church mysteriously opens and then hears a bell. He turns behind and what he sees is the scary face of something watching staring at him through a sliding door. Quickly running to the door he opened it when the face disappeared into the thin air of the frost night. There was no one or anything behind the door. Just an empty hallway and an empty room. So you think it's the restless, angry spirit of the family of 3 mysteriously missing or what it could be. Video number 3. Unidentified mysterious creature. A man alleges that he recently heard horrible noises and screams of some strange creature coming from somewhere in the woods near the back of the house. One night he and a friend heard unexplained squeaks coming from near an old barn. He drags his friend out to see what it is, and as they get closer things don't go well. A loud noise can be heard like something huge falling from top to bottom. When he looked up, the terrifying face of a pale creature with the glow of its eyes was looking at him. Both men were scared and ran away for their lives. What creature do you think it could be? Video number 2. Ghost emerges from the ground. A man is in a small village in the suburbs. He went to the farm where there was a family that, according to locals, many years ago people nearby often heard screams coming from the farm. They say that the head of the family is an elderly man who has a very bad temper and is often cruel to his family. One by one, his descendants keep leaving him and not coming back. Personally, he was old and he died alone inside the farm. As soon as he stepped inside, he noticed an amulet on the wall. And they are also posted on many other doors of the farm. It means that someone tried to do this to ward off evil spirits that are haunting here. A large piece of wood suddenly fell from the ceiling. This could be just a strange coincidence since they were loose in a rotting house, but he went into the next room and everything was fine. Start slowly getting really scary. The whole window flew open and the large door beside him slammed shut. He panicked and ran outside trying to muster all his nerves to gather up his courage and then entered a room with many torn clothes thrown all around. He went to the rotten cabinets. When he was looking at the broken things in the house, everything went chill to the bone.
哎呦我操你妈，这里头真有点好东西，全是这老味儿，看着吗？
An inhuman, pale, scary face was appearing just outside the door. That face was looking into the house without any expression. When he opened that window, he found only a round clay pot right where the face appeared. This is not an optical illusion, but exactly the two are completely different. Can you see? Compare the clay pot and the face in the window. That face had almost turned into an earthen pot. It didn't end there. He ran into the inner chamber of the house and saw a small jar resembling a strange vase. The special thing was that the jar was sitting on a covered hatch. He explained to me that in China sometimes there are clay jars like that. They are used to hold the ashes of the deceased. A red cloth underneath the jar is placed there to ward off evil spirits. He tries to see what's underneath the cellar and everything turns into a truly horrible obsession.
我他妈跟他妈的那啥是一样的呢？这底下还带个小布。哎，哎呦我操你妈，它好像动了呢！哎，我去你妈了这！
Until the last minute, a pair of hands seemed to be reaching straight up out of the ground in search of something terrifying. It was like two hands trying to rise from the ground right next to the hatch. He panicked, running for his life out of the abandoned farm. So do you think the farm is haunted by the poisonous spirit of the old man left behind by his family, or maybe it's something that can emerge from the ground like that? Video number 1. In broad daylight, see ghosts running away. Two men are in an old abandoned village. What remains there seems to be almost completely destroyed houses. It's been a long time. No one has been there since everyone evacuated after a tsunami many years ago. After he saw a dilapidated old garage next to a tree, he went up to it when he shivered at the sight of something completely chilling.
What is that?
Have you seen it? What appeared to be an almost transparent shadow, moving through the air in front of him. It resembled the silhouette of a human walking on the ground and then simply disappearing into thin air. Do you think that the shadow that passed through that classroom door and disappeared as a ghost? The anomalous silhouette of two children on the street and then disappear into thin air, but the police car that crashed into the house is not a ghost. I look forward to your comments in the comment section. Please register to share with everyone. Sincerely grateful to you.